Assalamualaikum students, this is Miss Beena. I am here again with the new chapter Soft and Hard Water. I hope you all are doing well. So let's begin the chapter. This chapter is a part of your April breakup, and in this chapter we are going to discuss the two types of water, that is soft water and hard water, and their differences along with their importance. If our tap water comes from an area where the rocks contain chalk, limestone, dolomite or gypsum, it will contain dissolved calcium and magnesium compounds. These compounds may be sulfates, chlorides or hydrogen carbonate. So we are discussing the water which is coming in our tap. So if that water is coming from an area where the rocks are present and the rocks contain minerals, for instance calcium and magnesium carbonate, sulfates and chlorides, so that water may be hard water. It is a grayish scum, it turns the water hard. So if you are using soap and you are washing your hands or face and the lather is not getting made, and instead of lather a scum is produced. Scum is a layer of dirt on liquid. So a grayish layer of dirt is produced on the liquid surface, then that water will be hard water. Let's discuss soft water first. If soap lathers easily, it means the water contains very little calcium and magnesium compounds. It is called soft water. So it means that if the water does not contain or contain very little amounts of calcium and magnesium compounds, any compound, for instance carbonates, sulfates or chlorides, then that water will be soft water, and we can recognize the soft water from hard water just by washing our hands or using soap, that this water will form lather greatly and scum will not be produced. So this water is soft water. Hard water, a grayish scum and hardly any lather shows that larger amounts of calcium and magnesium ions are present. This water is called hard water. Hard water is that water which is not producing lather with soap, because it is unable to produce lather due to the chemical reaction which we are going to discuss, and instead of lather it will produce a scum, and that water contains a higher amount of calcium and magnesium compounds. Therefore that water has turned hard. The scum forms because the calcium and magnesium compounds react with soap to give an insoluble product. So here is the chemical reaction, and this reaction is that reaction which is not allowing lather to get produced. So here you can see that if calcium sulfate, CaSO4 is calcium sulfate, if it is present in water and we are using soap, then it will react with the soap, and the chemical name of soap is sodium stearate, and the formula is here in front of you, C17H35COONA. So when it will react with calcium sulfate, then calcium stearate will be formed, which is written in front of you, along with sodium sulfate. So this calcium stearate is the scum which is visible when we use the soap. Modern detergents don't contain soap, so don't form a scum with hard water, but studies in America have shown that hard water uses up more detergent than soft water. So these are the disadvantages of hard water if we are using it with the detergent instead of soap. Soap is not present there and the stearates are not produced, but still hard water is not a good option for washing clothes because it uses more detergent than soft water. Hard water needs higher wash temperatures to get laundry clean. Fabrics tend to wear out up to 15% faster in hard water washers. So fabrics and washing machines can wear out easily just by using hard water. Its percentage is higher. 30% of the washing machines wear out in areas where water is very hard. How water acquires hardness? Calcium hydrogen carbonate is the main cause of hardness in water. So right now we are discussing the first cause of hardness, that is calcium hydrogen carbonate. It forms when rain falls on rocks of limestone and chalk. These are made up of calcium carbonate, which is not soluble in water, but rainwater contains carbon dioxide dissolved from the air, which makes it acidic. So how does water acquire hardness? The rain, when it falls on the rocks contain calcium carbonate, that is limestone or chalk. So when this calcium carbonate mixes with the rainwater, then it reacts with water and carbon dioxide, and from where carbon dioxide is provided, the carbon dioxide is already present in air. So when the rain falls on the ground, before falling it has already reacted with carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide amounts are present in traces in rainwater. So it reacts with the rocks to form calcium hydrogen carbonate, which is soluble and ends up in our taps. Calcium carbonate is not soluble in water, but you can see the chemical equation that calcium carbonate, which is the mineral rock, and carbon dioxide, which is present in air, and water, which is the rainwater, when these things will react, they will form calcium hydrogen carbonate. This is also called calcium bicarbonate, CaHCO3 2. In the same way, rainwater reacts with dolomite, calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, and gypsum, so to give the other compounds that make water hard. It means that if water does not react with limestone or chalk, but instead of that it reacts with any other rock, for instance dolomite or gypsum, these are also insoluble rocks or minerals that are present in areas where rocks are found, and these are also insoluble in water. Dolomite is calcium carbonate along with magnesium carbonate. These are also carbonates of calcium and magnesium. And gypsum is calcium sulfate with 2 water molecules. So this is calcium sulfate dihydrated. So if these will come in contact with rainwater, again the rainwater will become hard. These reactions are part of the weathering process. Weathering is the process in which the rocks break down by the action of natural environmental factors, for example rainwater, organisms that are moving over there and using them, etc. So this was the first lecture of this chapter. The first 3 questions are here. Hard water wastes soap. Explain why. Use an equation to help you. So you are going to write the answer and then you will write the equation as well. Question number 2. Chalk is insoluble in water. How does it dissolve in rainwater? Write an equation for the reaction. Question number 3. Draw neat and labeled diagrams of taps showing soft water and hard water respectively. These diagrams are there on page number 234. You are going to draw them along with their labeling. So solve these questions by yourself, students. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.